The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. And now it's time for the Bayou Crime Report.
Louisiana woman suspected of bank robbery, wanted by the FBI. Hey, I'm Red Neckerton. Well, it seems when the FBI is not too busy chasing after grandmas and MAGA hats for hanging around at January 6th or locking up people for 20 years just for talking about it on Facebook, they eventually get around to the real job like kidnapping and bank robbery. So anyway, the Federal Bureau of Investigation New Orleans field office is searching for a Louisiana woman suspected of taking part, no, not in January 6th, but taking part in a bank robbery in October 2023. A wanted alert provided by the FBI alleges that on October 10, 2023, Jasmine Johnny, 23, allegedly entered a Baton Rouge bank and demanded cash from the tellers while threatening that she had a bomb in her purse and her boyfriend had an AK-47. Johnny left the scene in a gray Dodge Challenger with a known amount of U.S. currency not disclosed in the wanted alert. Federal investigators issued a warrant for Johnny's arrest on February 28, 2024. Boy, it took them a while, huh? In the United States District Court, Middle District of Louisiana, after she was charged with bank robbery. Johnny has ties to Lafayette and Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as well as Houston, Texas, and Huntsville, Alabama. Anyone with information related to this case should contact the FBI tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-225-5324. You may also contact a local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, and submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Well, nice to see them doing the job they're supposed to. Of course, it took them a while. I mean, from October till February of the following year. I guarantee if this woman was accused of wearing a MAGA hat on January 6th, they'd have been on that toot sweet. Anyway, for the Bayou Crime Report, I am Red Neckerton, reminding you, keep your goddamn hoes clean.
The Bayou Crime Report is a presentation of Nailsin Productions. Mint, is gray hair sneaking up on you? Hey, it is sneaking up on me. Down hair, toe. Mint, your world doesn't need to be all shades of gray. With For Men Only Hair Stain, you can re-enter a manly black and colored world and get laid. Now FDA approved for your pubes. Oh, now that's a lot better.
And thicker, too.
Hair stain is for men only. Women, especially pregnant women, should never even touch hair stain unless you want breast cancer, brain cancer, rectal rot, and or retard babies. By purchasing this product, we assume that you do not want the aforementioned maladies.
The Mr. Nailsin Show is brought to you by me, Night Knight. Head over to IndiePlanet.com to get your copy of the Night Knight comic book so that you can actually see me in action in my one-man war on crime. Shut up, Boo-o, God damn it! I do the announcements. Oh, God, no one gives a crap about Boo-o.
I'm part of the team, man. Tell him about false advertising. God,
stupid idiot.
I help Night Knight fight crime, and we blow stuff up and do a lot of damage. of course, people get mad at us when we do, but...
Well, it's a war on crime, and in every war there's collateral damage.
I mean, well, I guess it isn't one-man war, because
exactly.
It's a two-man war on crime.
All right, anyway, we're running out of time. Don't miss this opportunity to get your hands on the adventures of Night Night.
And Boobo.
The Night Night comic book available at indieplanet.com.
Oh no! He's gonna bury us alive in Penny's Night Night!
No, it can't end this way.
All too easy.
So, all tidied up then?
Yes, Penelope, my dear. It appears it's finally night time for Night Night.
Oh, I must say, Mr. Shilling, you are so very clever.
Yes. Hard to believe that I was once Pittance Shilling, a mild-mannered, timid and shy, lowly banking clerk, secretly harboring a deeply held passionate infatuation for a sex pot teller by the name of Penny Coinslot.
Oh, well, you know how it was.
Indeed I do, Penny. Oh, yes. Every man in that building wanted you. Why? There were even rumors of Taylor having an interest in you.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, we were roommates, and, okay, stuff happened, but it meant nothing.
Yes, but you did enjoy the attention, Penny. Yes, you did. Never once spared a giggle at the slightest joke about your cleavage, or even a smack on your ever-so-lovely rump. And then, one drunken Christmas party, after quite a few drinks on my part, I mustered up the courage to join in on the fun and decided to just get a simple, small pinch on your ever-so-ample bottom. And suddenly, I was slapped with a sexual harassment claim, fired, ruined, disgraced. And then to add insult to injury, I was framed for the very embezzlement scheme you assholes were all involved in at City.
Well, now, Pittance, that's all in the past. I mean, I realized that I was being used by those guys, and I understood what happened to you was horrible, and well, that's why I came to you and told you the truth.
No, yes, Penny. Yes, you did. There I was dwelling in the halfway house I was sentenced to in between cleaning toilets for my community service duties, and you showed up at the door to tell me about the whole details of the embezzlement scheme and how you collected all the evidence and extorted the others into leaving all their City Bank shares to you in their wills. You know, Penny, while I was cleaning toilets, I noticed how much people discarded pennies, just like everyone had discarded me. And they're everywhere, you know, in the street, in parking lots, sidewalks, in the gutter and toilets, and I collected them all, Penny. Quite a fortune, actually. I mean, what was left of my savings after the lawyers took it, I had to use to buy storage to maintain my massive collection. And when you arrived with your idea that I should join you in revenge against City Bank and get rid of those fools so that we can run away together and share in your newfound wealth, well, it's just funny how things come full circle. It all began with me pinching Penny. And the next thing you knew, I was pinching actual pennies.
Well, yeah, we were both victims, Pittance, and well, and now we're getting justice at long last.
Well, I suppose you're right, Penny. Here, let's celebrate.
Oh, yeah, thanks. That's good. But maybe we're a little premature here. We've got another little problem. At the board meeting, it appears Buck Tenner is a little bit wise to my place and all this. So you might want to take a moment to go take care of him before we set the stage for the end of the Penny Pincher's career, having somehow met his end at the hands of Night Night while also ending the career of Night Night. And then Well, once I cash in, we can make good our escape.
Oh, I don't think buck tenner will be a problem. Not for me, anyway.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Just who do you think put the bug of suspicion into his ear, you bleach-headed whore?
What? You idiot! Buck Tenner will send us both out the river!
Buck Tenner doesn't even know who I am. And thanks to the idiocy of Night-Night, soon everyone will believe that you were Penny Pincher, simply disguising yourself as a man. Why, I've already had a Penny Pincher costume padded and with lifts in the boots and a voice modulator that anyone who wears it sounds like me. So the evidence will be clear, my dear, that you were alone in this, and that you were the Penny Pincher.
No, wait a minute. I mean, you idiot. You've killed Night-Night. So there's no one here to back up your claims at all.
No, Night-Night's not dead. I only put enough pennies in there to hold him in place. I didn't put enough in there to bury him alive, and plus, all of his weapons are still available to him. The most powerful of which are his nighty-night explosives. He's just held in there long enough for me to have my revenge play out. Soon he and his little idiot friend will blow the door off that vault, and he does have enough padding in his suit. And with the pile of pennies he's stuck under, he'll have enough shielding to survive it. I mean, the man blows up shit all the time and survives it, so I'm betting he'll survive this one too, just in time to catch you with all of the Penny Pincher evidence pointing the finger of guilt at you, my sweet.
No! If you think I'm just going to hang around and wait to be captured by Night-Night, you've got another thing coming. Oh my God, what's happening?
Oh, dear Penny. Feeling a little dizzy, a little weak in the knees.
What did you do?
Around. Oh, that little plan you had of slowly poisoning me to death with arsenic. Well, it didn't work because I've made myself immune to arsenic. Oh, it took some doing, and not without sacrifice. I still have to wear a colostomy bag due to the organ loss. But it was all worth it just to see your face in total defeat after you treated my heart like so much toilet paper. Don't worry, I didn't poison you. I just slipped you a powerful narcotic in your drink so that you're unconscious when Night-Night discovers you and thinks you drank yourself into a stupor celebrating your supposed victory. But before I go, I must thank you for slipping into something a little more comfortable, so that your butt cheeks are hanging out of your thong, leaving them completely exposed for the 2 pennies I'm going to super glue to your ample cheeks with industrial adhesive. As a final goodbye kiss upon each cheek. Oh, and don't worry about your city shares. My shell company will purchase those and sell them to Buck Tenner. The fortune I'll receive will afford me my escape to a tropical paradise where I'll spend my final days banging bikini-clad bitches while you rot in prison. There you go. Honest Abe on each cheek. So long, Penny.
No! Can't move. Oh, God. No, he can't win. Not even Night-Night could be so stupid as to fall for his scheme.
There. It'll take more than spare change to finish off Night-Night.
Phew. I don't know, Night-Night. I mean, for a moment there, I thought we were goners for sure, but luckily, the pennies stopped falling and didn't bury us completely.
Luck had nothing to do with it. Bobo. I knew from my deductions that the pennies would actually provide us with the necessary shielding to save us from our own explosives that took down the vault door.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, look! There's a half-naked lady on the floor. Huh? Hey! That's Penny Coinslide!
What? What the hell's going on here? Of course. Look, Bobo. Lying next to her is a Penny Pincher costume. Heavily padded, obviously, to give a female form a more masculine appearance. But, oh, Why, even those boots appear to have lips. And look there! That is a voice modulator.
A what?
A device to make her sound like a man.
Whoa, really? Let me try it.
Whoa! Hey! I sound just like the penny pincher!
Yes. It appears she must have prematurely decided to celebrate her supposed victory and drank herself into a stupor and fell on the floor passed out.
Huh. I wonder why she glued those pennies to her ass.
Obviously in her drunken idiocy, but well, she accidentally sat on her sticky pennies she would use to reply to the eyes of her victims.
What a stupid bitch!
Indeed. But her first act of stupidity has to have been her ever thinking she could possibly outthink the intellectual superiority of Night-Night. Will Night-Night ever discover that the real penny pincher bamboozled him? Probably not. But then again, have we indeed seen the last of the penny pincher? Perhaps we'll find out in another exciting adventure of Night-Night. This has been a Nailsin production. The Night-Night theme song is performed by Alistair White and his lovely wife, Heather. Incidental music is courtesy of Kevin MacLeod. All characters are performed by me, Douglas Nelson. Join us again, won't you? Well, I finally found time to catch a couple of more episodes of Space 1999.
A couple? You mean you watched 2 in a row?
Yeah. Well, I had to because this particular story was a 2-parter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I guess it was something of a special episode.
Why is that?
Well, in the plot of, and the title was The Bringers of Wonder.
Bringers of Wonder. Okay, I'm all intrigued. So what was the wonder?
Oh, well, a rescue squad showed up to take them back to Earth.
A rescue squad? You mean from Earth itself?
Well, yeah, that's what they claim.
What? But how could they do that? I mean, the distance and stuff.
Well, they arrived in an Eagle that was augmented by some technology that allowed them to, warp space or travel at light speed. Some crap like that,
Well, either one would do the trick, I guess.
Yeah. So that was the premise. First of all, it starts off with Commander Koenig apparently drunk off his ass and flying around upside down in one of the Eagles and threatening to crash it into their nuclear disposal place, whatever it was.
Oh, my God. What the hell? How irresponsible for him to just get drunk and go joyriding in one of their precious Eagles.
Yeah. So, of course, he does crash it, but not in the nuclear dump, and they have to rescue him and everything. And they're like, hey, what the hell's going on here? So Dr. Russell says, oh, no, he suffered severe injury, so she has to put this thing on his head that's going to massage his brain back into shape.
What?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do.
Massage his brain.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she got it from Ron Popeil or something like that.
So she said it and forgot it.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was thinking, this must be another episode where Martin Landau wanted to take a break from the show. And, but that really wasn't the case this time around. But in the end, it meant that Tony was in charge again.
So what goes wrong?
Well, the rescue squad shows up.
That's what goes wrong?
It does, but of course, all is not what it seems.
Oh, that old thing.
Yeah, of course. By now, you would think it would be pretty obvious, but, well...
But Tony was in charge.
Right, but then that doesn't excuse everybody else.
No, I guess not.
So anyway, so this seeming Eagle shows up with the extra apparatus on it and all that. And all these guys show up, and it turns out to be family members, like Tony's brother shows up.
His brother?
Yeah, named Guido.
Guido? Yeah, I kept forgetting about Tony. Yeah, apparently he's Italian. I thought he was like British or something. Well, whatever, but the character's Italian. And so he meets his brother, and they start talking about Mama's spaghetti and stuff. Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah. And turns out, what's her name? Sandra, I believe. She was having an affair with that mustache guy, but you don't see him around anymore. Yeah, whatever became of that? I don't know. I guess they broke up, or he ended up walking out the airlock like I suspect Victor did. Yeah, he disappeared too. They never explained it. No, they didn't. And so, turns out she had a fiance all this time. Oh my God. So, he shows up. Then, this other character I've never seen before, his fiance shows up, and, they get together and talk sweet nothings and stuff like that. And then this man-chasing hussy comes in with her cleavage out and everything. What? Yeah. And was having a bit of a meow session with Helena because apparently she was an ex-girlfriend of Commander Koenig. Uh-oh, meow. Yeah. And all that's going on, Well, wait a minute. I mean, what are the odds that the rescue crew would be consisting of their friends and family members? Yeah, you would think that would, they didn't catch on. Oh, so it's not really them, is it? No, it's not. They're obviously aliens. Right, they're aliens. Well, at least they're not androids or something. Yeah, I guess they could have done that, but these are aliens. And, they have superior mental powers, which wouldn't take much when Tony's concerned, right? But they're able to cloud their minds and convince them that they look like their loved ones and stuff like that. But so none of them really catch on. Now, wait a minute. What? Now, they've been floating around in the distance of space, and there's the time differential. And of course, they explained they had their technology to make the gap, but still, I mean, they would be much older if they were alive at all, considering how much time has passed on the Earth since they've been, that's addressed by Commander Koenig. Oh, is it? But they don't believe him. What? Well, he had brain damage and stuff. But they put the massager on his brain. Right. Turns out the massager on his brain apparently made him immune to the mental psychic powers of the aliens. And so he's the only one who can see them for what they really are. Oh, what they look like. Big, giant, I don't know, pizza booger things with a giant eyeball in the middle. What? Yeah, that's what they look like. Oh my God. So when he wakes up and they say, "Hey John, the rescue crew's here." Oh really? And even your old ex-girlfriend. Uh-oh. So he walks out there to meet them all, and he immediately freaks out because, he's seeing a bunch of giant gelatinous boogers standing there, and everybody's like, "John, what?" Wait. If they're just really giant gelatinous boogers, does that mean some of the crew, like Sandra and whatever, were making out with the giant gelatinous boogers? Yeah, they did. Oh my God. I mean, how far did they go? I don't know. Oh, jizz. That's disgusting. Yeah, it is. But anyway, so they don't believe him. They think he's gone crazy or whatever. And so they lock him up in the infirmary or whatever and drug him up and stuff. But after a while, some of the others begin to get curious about this, and eventually, I forget, he comes around and is able to convince Dr. Russell and Maya. Oh yeah, Maya's an alien, and she's never met any of these people. So how the hell did they fool her? I don't know, they just did. What? Well, she just went with what everybody else thought. That doesn't work. I mean, at the very least, they could have had it where when she looks at them, they look different than what the other people see them as. Oh, yeah, they should have done that. Right. But, well, they didn't. Anyway, she shapeshifts here and there, once for a gag, because the hussy was hitting on Tony at one point, and she was about to turn into a monster on him or something like that. I forget. Oh, God. Yeah. And then she turned into a cockroach at one point. She's done that before. Yeah, they have to be careful not to step on her. And then there was this crew member. The aliens were driving him crazy so that he would destroy their records or whatnot. And what for? I don't know. I guess they would have helped him figure it out or something. And then she goes in to attack him and sets him on fire, and he dies. Oh my God! Well, look, it was bad and stuff. It's even worse now. Yeah, well, they laugh about it later, I think. What? Well, they laugh at the end of each show. Oh yeah. So anyway, it's a two-parter. Then one of the aliens comes in. And, I don't know, it looks like he's about to rape, Commander Koenig, and he's like, oh, you can't blame him. No. And then that's to be continued to next episode, of course. And then the whole plot is that they wanted to, detonate the nuclear waste on the planet. Oh, the moon, rather. What for? Turns out they feed on radiation. Well, there's plenty of that in space. Yeah, but I guess they hadn't figured that out. They had radiation on their planet, but they had absorbed it all. Oh, come on. Yeah, well, I guess that explains why they look the way they do. But they needed an eruption. They couldn't just, take the radioactive material. So they wanted it to explode, because I guess it gives them a bigger high or something. Oh my God. So there's a chase on the moon. Oh God. And of course they have to go in slow motion, and they're playing their terrible 70s music, and it really doesn't work at all. Terrible music scoring for action scenes or whatnot. And they fight, but eventually they get the better of them, and the boogers all fade away. And then they laugh about it later. Oh God, that's just... Yeah, it's stupid, but at the same time, overpowering mental powers could explain that they were bamboozled. And then, of course, they did have it where Koenig, they attacked him first as the leader, and that's why he wasn't drunk or anything. He was, they were messing with him, trying to get him to crash into the nuclear waste so they could get, the energy and stuff. Right. So that was that, but boy, the execution just, it didn't go very well. But, the design of the aliens was unique. I mean, they're basically just big, square-like globule things with eyes. Well, that does sound alien. Yeah, I guess so. So I can give them that. So there you go. Another episode, two episodes. That's right. 2 episodes of Space 1999.
And now it's time for the Bayou Crime Report.
A violent suspect cut off his ankle monitor and is now on the run and considered to be armed and dangerous. Hey, I'm Red Neckerton. So authorities are seeking to locate Darwin Gonzalez Munoz, who is considered dangerous and is wanted on multiple charges related to domestic violence and other crimes. Gonzalez Munoz, 27, was ordered to wear an ankle monitor following his arrest. The owner of ASAP Monitoring says he cut off his ankle monitor and is now on the run. Yeah, you see, the monitors, they don't work when you cut them off like that. He is facing multiple charges, including domestic abuse battery involving strangulation. Holy crap. Domestic abuse, aggravated assault on top of strangulation. Damn. Theft and simple criminal damage. Simple? That doesn't sound too simple to me, but, whatever. I'm not a legal expert. Gonzalez Munoz was originally arrested in March. He pleaded not guilty in April and posted $78,000 bond a day before missing his May 8th court date. Well, if you happen to run into Gonzalez Munoz, do not approach him. Instead, call 911 immediately because, again, he's considered armed and dangerous. Well, sounds like you pretty much knew he was dangerous to begin with, but you let him out. Put a stupid thing on his ankle. It doesn't take him long to figure out a knife can take care of that business. Well, he had the $78,000. Well, now he's on the run, and as you say, he's armed and dangerous. Gee, I hope that works out. Anyway, for the Bayou Crime Report, I am Red Neckerton, reminding you, keep your goddamn holes clean.
The Bayou Crime Report is a presentation of Nailsin Productions.
The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @MrNailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, look! There's a half-naked lady on the floor.